Hi, welcome back to Genesis Custom Sabers. And this is a saber that I've been working on for a little while, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So happy that I'm really debating on keeping this one. Initially I was going to be putting it up for sale. It's my first time experimenting with acid etching, which I'll show in a few minutes, a little more of a close-up of the pattern that I've done there. It's of course based on my Ascend saber with a differently machined emitter and machined down grip section with a unique powder coating that I'm just calling it Old Penny because it looks like an old metallic copper. And so I've kind of nicknamed the saber my Celtic Relic. So whether I decide to keep it or whether I decide to put it up for sale, I'm not sure. But it's really decked out with the best that you can get in the saber electronics. It's got the Crystal Focus version 6.5 with a color extender and a R.I.C.E port so you can plug it in for the real-time interface with your computer. So this saber's really got it all. I'm going to quickly demo how to operate it, just in case this becomes the de facto tutorial and instructions for the new owner if I decide to sell it. You've got a kill key here. Now with this one I've done something a little different. Usually the kill key is a 2.1mm recharge port with a hexagon nut. Well, I made my own nut there that matches the kill key. It's a little more low profile and just got a bit of a cooler look, I thought. I got that idea from MH on the forums, who was lamenting the exposed nut on the 2.1mm recharge port. And of course you've got the projection lens technology that I've kind of developed, so that you've got the bar graph there, and you've got animations projected onto whatever surface is next to the saber. And of course you've got the bar graph showing how many bars of battery life. So it's showing this battery is fairly full. But that's how that operates. This of course holds any 2.1mm, or sorry, holds any 1-inch, thinking recharge port, 1-inch blade. This is trans white blade material with a film in it. So you get a really bright lit blade from the Tri-Rebel LED in there, and a flash on clash that I've got really tight, so it's a very short duration, so it provides a real strobe effect. And of course this is my Fates sound font with the Qui-Gon extras, which come with it when you order it from saberfonts.com. Backlit activation switch with this backlit the same color as the blade. Hold down the auxiliary button to access the menu, and you can toggle through the different sound fonts.
Shutter point.
Just like that sound font. Each sound font's got its own blade color. It doesn't always look red on camera, but it's a nice deep red. Very dramatic flash on clash. So that's how you operate this saber. I want to point out too that a lot of people ask me why I use Plecter Labs sound cards exclusively, and there's a couple of reasons behind that. I really do consider them to be the best in the industry, not just because I know full well the track record and the work that's gone into developing them. I've been able to be a part of kind of some of the research and development and bug hunting along the way, but there's a couple things you need to know about a Crystal Focus, and to a degree the Petit Crouton sound card as well, is they have actually real current regulators. So the LED is current driven. Sometimes there are more inexpensive ways that other sound cards will use to drive the LED, but a current regulator ensures that you get a real consistent life or brightness of the LED throughout the life of the battery, and it's a really efficient way of doing this. You get longer battery life, and in the case of this saber, it's got a color extender in it. You've got 2 additional current regulators, so you've got 3 current regulators driving the 3 LEDs for color blending. So your color blending is smooth when the saber starts up, and when the saber fades out, your color maintains its integrity because that much work has been put into it. Also want to mention the work that Irv has put into developing the motion recognition in these Crystal Focus sound cards. The latency of the motion detection of these sound cards, he's got it below 10 milliseconds. So the time it takes for you to shake the saber and recognize a sound, when you've got the saber dialed in, it's instant. It's as it's happening. Under 10 milliseconds is incredible work. So I want to do some close-ups, and I'll show you a little bit more of the detailing of this saber. So this is a little bit closer look of the work that I've done to machine and to weather a different emitter, and the etching that I've done, which I want it to look a little bit beat up and worn, not something that's really refined, to give it that Celtic knot pattern. I've always been fascinated with Celtic art and the history behind it. Get me going about that, and I could talk about it for a long time. the actual background, the history of the endless knot and what it signifies, the intermingling between the mystical and the spiritual and the physical, and how there's no separation. They're seamlessly intertwined. I love that background. So you've got that at work, and of course the real cool color of the powder coating there, and the really low profile custom saber shop switch box with the projection lens in there. That is the saber's operating. It just looks like an animated LED until you shine it on something, and you get a sense of the animations that it projects. And of course you've got the recharge port there, and as always my Genesis Custom Sabers custom pommel insert that come with all my sound upgraded Ascend sabers. Really happy with how the saber turned out. So for operation of the saber, it's actually quite simple. You've seen me operate the activation switch, the auxiliary switch. Of course you've got the kill key and the recharge port. You can plug in the kill key, and then you've got the battery is disconnected from the electronics in the saber, so you can see no indication. When you plug it in to recharge it, you just plug the recharger in, usually depending on your charger, 3 hours, and you've got your fresh battery ready to go. With accessing this saber, either for the R.I.C.E port or the SD card, the pommel comes off, just threaded right off. Gently take it out. You can see there's the 2-watt bass speaker. These I like them for different reasons than the 1.5 watts. So depending on the saber, I'll use either. Acoustically, these work really well. I don't think they're quite as loud in a really well sealed saber as the 1.5, but they do provide more bass, different sound. Of course, you can see there the R.I.C.E port. You plug that into a R.I.C.E cable. You can get those from the custom saber shop. Plug it into the USB port on your computer and get access to all the functioning of the electronics inside and how to tune it in real time. And I'll link right here, right there. If you want to click on that, you get a video that I did earlier of playing around with the R.I.C.E port on a Jaina saber. Teach you a little bit how to use that. With the kill key in, you can just press your finger and you can see right there's the micro SD card. A little pop with your finger. You might have heard a click. I reach in with needle nose pliers and I gently pull out the micro SD card. You pop that into your adapter and into your computer, and you can make changes to all of the 6 distinct sound banks on the Crystal Focus. Whatever changes, pop back in just to test. You pull the kill key. You get a boot sound. It's one of my custom boot sounds that you can purchase on saberfont.com. I call it Boots to the Head. It's a compendium of a whole bunch of different boot sounds just like that. But that's how you operate this saber. It's suitable for pretty much any dueling that you can dish out. There's no crystal chassis in there or anything that might break loose, so you can just smash away with this saber and it's going to last a long time and look good. So again, thanks for watching.